Illinois man just made huge mistake with disgusting thing he tried to do to Trump over the weekend. A sick liberal scumbag from former President Barack Hussein Obama's home state of Illinois got exactly what he deserved. Liberalism truly is a mental disorder. On June 15, Joseph Lynn Pickett of Edwardsville, Illinois was charged with threatening the President of the United States after knowingly and willfully posting threats on his Facebook page. The threats included taking the life of, to kidnap, and to inflict bodily harm against President Donald Trump. A spokesman for the Secret Service stated that they were notified of this nuts Facebook posts by one of his former co-workers at Lowe's Home Improvement Warehouse. A screenshot of one of Pickett's Facebook posts and the complaint states, "Honestly, am I really going to have to kill Trump before our fine government, actually, takes me into custody for threatening to assassinate President Donald Trump? This guy actually was taunting the Secret Service to go get him." Now, this is the definition of a 5,150 if I ever saw one. Let us be honest with ourselves here. With the way the media and celebrities have been acting since Donald Trump won the presidency, I'm actually surprised there haven't been more cases like the little man who shot up those Republican congressmen while they were practicing for the annual charity Republican-Democrat baseball game. A partial list of threats against GOP and Trump from Hollywood celebrities. The Bernie Sanders supporter who tried to kill numerous GOP lawmakers did not commit his violent acts in a vacuum. James Hodgkinson may have pulled the trigger that critically wounded House Majority Whip Steve Scalise and two others. But the hysterical threats of violence against Republicans and President Trump could not have escaped his notice. Hodgkinson was a regular viewer of Rachel Maddow's MSNBC show and worshipped Bernie Sanders. There is little doubt that someone so immersed in left-wing politics heard the calls for blood and violence against Republicans. Breitbart has a list of 15 Hollywood celebrities who made overt and chilling threats against the GOP and President Trump. Hollywood has issued dire predictions and hysterical warnings about Donald Trump ever since the Republican businessman first announced his candidacy for the presidency in June 2015. But the level of vitriol and violent rhetoric against now President Trump has increased substantially in recent weeks. From comedian Kathy Griffin's now famous shock beheading photograph to Shakespeare in the Park's not at all subtle assassination of Trump on a stage in New York City's Central Park. Unfortunately, Griffin and the director of Julius Caesar are not anomalies in Hollywood. Actors, writers, directors, and other celebrities have fantasized about using violence against Trump, his supporters, and other GOP lawmakers for at least the past 18 months. Breitbart lists 15 examples of celebrity calls for violence. A few examples. 1. Kathy Griffin beheads Trump in graphic photo. 2. Madonna, I've thought a lot about blowing up the White House. 3. Snoop Dogg shoots Trump in the head in music video. 4. Robert De Niro, I'd like to punch him in the face. 5. Joss Whedon, I want a rhino to F. Paul Ryan to death. 6. Shakespeare in the Park stabs Trump to death in performance of Julius Caesar. 10. Rapper YG threatens Trump with F. Donald Trump song. 11. Marilyn Manson kills Trump in music video. And let's not forget actual violence and intimidation that has been carried out against Republicans. Daily Caller. Even before Wednesday's shooting, Republicans were growing used to being on the receiving end of violence and intimidation amid an increasingly hostile political climate where left-wingers portrayed them as fascists. One of Virginia Representative Tom Garrett's town halls last month featured a heavy police presence after Garrett and his family were targeted by repeated death threats. "This is how we're going to kill your wife," read one such message, Garrett told Politico. "I don't want to die anytime soon. I got stuff left to do, I hope. But when you pull wives and children in, that's not cool." Just days after the Politico article ran, FBI agents arrested a Tucson Unified School District employee for making violent threats against Arizona Representative Martha McSally. Agents said 58-year-old Steve Martin left threatening voicemails for McSally, telling the Republican congresswoman that her days were numbered. Also last month, Police in Tennessee charged 35-year-old Wendy Wright with felony reckless endangerment for allegedly trying to run Republican Congressman David Kustoff off the road after a town hall he held regarding the GOP health care bill. If Wright stays out of trouble and abides by the terms of her one-year restraining order, then all charges will be expunged from her record, reported BuzzFeed, which covered the story in sympathetic terms. Wendy Wright can't have any contact with Republican Representative David Kustoff for a year after she chased after him for his vote on Obamacare last month, read the story's subheadline. The same day Wright was charged, police in North Dakota escorted a man from a town hall with Representative Kevin Cramer after the man became physical with a Republican congressman and shoved a fistful of money into Cramer's collar. There have been many comparisons between Jared Loughner, the man who shot Representative Gabby Giffords, and Hodgkinson. The parallels are ridiculous, as is Loughner's supposed trigger for the attack, an obscure map published by Sarah Palin's PAC that showed Giffords's congressional district in crosshairs. Loughner, a mentally disturbed man, diagnosed as a paranoid schizophrenic, was oblivious to the rantings of right-wing fringe players and almost certainly never saw the Palin PAC map. Almost no one did. Hodgkinson, on the other hand, followed far-left politics every day, immersing himself in the conspiracy theories and anti-Trump hysteria of the left. He could not have helped being directly influenced by the threats and acts of violence against Republicans. For that reason, the far left in Hollywood and elsewhere have blood on their hands. We know all too well that it's common for celebrities to suffer from certain kinds of mental disorders, and sadly the election of President Donald Trump has proven this fact beyond any shadow of a doubt. Some specialists have attributed these issues to the ability actors have to immerse themselves within their roles for months at a time. Because of this, many of them suffer from personality disorders such as narcissism, histrionic, and borderline. There is a point where the human brain can start losing itself and forgets what is reality and what is make-believe. Please share if you agree these celebrities need psychological help. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe Breaking News 365 channel. Goodbye and see you again.